There's a saying that some wounds are so deep they can only be healed by a story. I believe that. I believe there's something supernatural about stories. Jesus told stories. People would ask direct questions, and Jesus would tell them a story. There's something healing about story. These are Jesus stories. Lots of different people, lots of different backgrounds. But this story is a part of something that you need to hear. Watch it, share it. Here it is.
Please be seated. Everyone welcome my friend Darlene, would you please? Thank you, sir. Forgive me. I'm getting old, Darlene. I can't eat and talk at the same time.
Me too.
If I croak. Yeah.
I can't walk half the time. I trip on everything.
Darlene is a wife and a mother and of 3 girls. How old are your girls?
17, 15, and 11.
Good for you.
Yes.
Would you welcome her again? Every weekend we try to have somebody's stories. There are lots of stories up here. People who've written their big prayer requests for the year. We're going to paint this over, put a light coat of paint over it. But we have literally thousands of prayer requests over the last 4 or 5 years on this stage. Because stories matter. Your story matters. And Darlene I've been a friend for a long time. Yes. Tell everybody how we met.
Okay, so I donated 15 hours of babysitting, not realizing how much that was.
It's a lot.
It's a lot
of hours.
And Aunt Sharon, who became my Aunt Sharon too, because you guys welcomed me into the family, she purchased the hours and she gifted it to Dean and Ann.
Yeah. You donated it to an auction. My aunt, yes. Our aunt.
Yes.
And so you were 14 at the time.
Yes.
My kids were little. Now my son is 32.
Yeah.
So this was a while ago.
It was 1994.
Yeah. And you just became a part of our family. It stayed with us until you got married 10 or so years later.
Yeah. Yes, many years.
And now you're married to thank you, dear. Now you're married to a hospital administrator, yes. And you're part of this church, but you've been all over the country.
We have. We've moved 8 times because my husband's active duty Army. So.
Yeah. Can we thank all the people?
Yeah. So I think combined, he's been in for 30-something years.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So your start, a lot of people get good starts, but not everybody gets the same start.
No.
And I would call your start rough. I mean, when we
yes.
first met, I can remember thinking, gosh, this kid has had a lot of chaos. Mm-hmm. Describe a little bit how that worked. Because it was like, there were parents, I've never met your parents.
Yeah. So my biological parents, who are amazing too, they just struggled and they had children very young. And they didn't know how to manage taking care of all of us really well. So I have 3 other siblings that I grew up with. And in 1989, my mother and father made the decision to let their boss, who were their friends that knew me since I was 2, and they couldn't have kids for years. They were Chris was 50, Marilyn was 45, I was 9 years old, and they let them take care of me to give me a better life. So I was very lucky.
Yeah, and Chris and Marilyn just basically took over. Those are the only
it was
quote-unquote parents that I've ever known.
Yes, and they kept an open relationship with my family because they knew that they were the ones that gave me life and, tried their best to raise me in the best way that they can, so.
But there's hurt there, yes?
Yes, there's some hurt there, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was an alcoholic too when we were growing up.
Right.
So I watched him, unfortunately, be arrested. But, as a young kid, you don't forget that.
Sure.
You don't forget when, your parents are fighting and us kids are tearing them apart. I won't ever forget that.
And who was Jesus to you? Because you guys were kind of in and out of churches.
Yeah, so unfortunately, they tried their best to find the right faith for them. And at the time, they were kind of going to different churches that would assist our family because we were struggling, financially. And so we went to a Catholic church and a Mormon church. And essentially, my dad, my biological dad, ended up staying with the Mormon church. So,
okay. But you've been baptized in a bunch of churches.
Yes.
In order to get help at some level, yeah.
Yep.
And so that's confusion about who Jesus is.
Completely confused. And I think what really changed my heart was in '94 when I went to a Christian school. I got a better understanding, not just through the pastors, through the students that I went to school with. You preached when I was there, and Dave too. So like I learned so much, and it fed my heart to understand like a true relationship with God and having Him carry the weight that I was carrying.
So sometimes there are people out here, Darlene, who are going through stuff. They have friends that have cancer, their spouse has cancer. And I mean, there's hardly anything I can think of that I haven't walked through with you.
Right, you walked
because
through all of it.
I've helped you bury your Marilyn, your mom.
I buried her. She survived 2 rounds of breast cancer. I actually stopped going to a 4-year college so that I could take care of her after high school when she was first diagnosed with cancer. And so I, took care of her until she was well enough because my dad traveled everywhere. So,
and so at some level, you're a walking, talking miracle. And the fact that you have this beautiful family, obviously no family is perfect, but you've been married and you have these 3 beautiful kids. What do you want people to know who are here today, who are going through stuff?
Yeah, I feel like every day is a blessing. I think every day there are small things that will just light you up and God will restore your faith. He restored my faith every single time my mom had to go to treatment. That 10 years that she waited for a kidney transplant, God blessed me with 10 more years. My husband's job change that was unexpected, and we ended up back here, but the reason why was God wanted me to be with my mom and gave me 6 months before she passed. And then renewed my faith again, coming back to this church, being a part of our church. I feel like count your blessings. God will show up no matter what. It may take a while. It may be a very light flicker of a light, but hold on to it and let God carry that weight for you. Don't hold on to it. Just let God carry it. Let Him restore your faith in everything.
Yeah.
So
the last thing I want to say is I taught you how to drive, and you've had 0 accidents. Is that
0
true?
accidents, 0 tickets. So
0 tickets. And who do you...
I'm 44.
Who do you give credit to that for?
To you, of course.
Will you thank Darlene, please? Let's all stand to our feet.
Thank you for watching. I'd love to see you come in the building one of these days. We're over here in University Place at the corner of 67th and Cirque. There's a place for you. You don't have to be a Protestant. You don't even have to be a Jesus person yet. This is a Jesus place, and we talk about Jesus every weekend. If you're a regular, I'd love to have you give to help support what we're doing. Things like this video, it's super important, and we're making a difference. You're making a difference. Do you believe that? Look forward to seeing you soon.